Good morning, Bomar Road community. My name is Jeremiah Paranak, and I'm a civil engineer in the Bomar Road community. And today we're going to take a ride on Chapel Hill Road. And we just are at the northern point of Chapel Hill Road, just above I-20. We're going to run the whole road. So here's the intersection with I-20. There are two concepts I want to share with you, my neighbor, about traffic, transportation, engineering. As a civil engineer, I've got somewhat of a conviction to do this work, and that is to share technical information with you. Two concepts I want you to digest today: traffic generator or trip generator, and ADT or AADT. Now here we have a lot of businesses: Panda Express, McDonald's, Starbucks, Bagelmeister, Great Bagels, Arby's Car Wash, Quick Trip. Let's see, of course, all this Waffle House. Got a new Chick-fil-A going in, and each one of these places will generate a trip. Okay, so how many cars go in and out of Chick-fil-A a day? It could be thousands. You know, Bank of OZK there, Navy Credit, Navy Federal, Chipotle, Wells Fargo. Just you got the Douglasville Pavilion, the Douglasville Promenade. These two shopping centers. Look at all these businesses. Each one of these developments, there's a number that you could put next to the trips that they generate. You could do a traffic study, and maybe some of it's estimating, maybe some of it's voodoo, some of it's maybe not. Target, Shoe Carnival, PetSmart, Office Max, Party City, Five Below, Michaels, Marshalls, Ross, GameStop. All of these places generate trips. Okay, so like your house also generates a trip. You know, if you go to work and come back, really you generate 2 trips a day. Okay, but your whole neighborhood collectively may generate a couple thousand trips per day. Aldi is going to generate that one spot on this road right there is going to generate probably, a couple thousand trips. Maybe, I don't know. I really don't have a good idea of what. Jason's Deli, LA Fitness. Each of these are going to generate trips, and that's how we get our traffic count up. Now, everybody knows this right here goes down into 2 lanes. We're starting to get down into 2 lanes. Now, ADT is average daily traffic. AADT is average annual daily traffic, or annual average daily traffic. And that is where you count the traffic, all the traffic, for a whole year and divide it by 365, and that gives you an average daily traffic count. That's the number of cars that pass a particular point on a roadway. I've got some data for you here. I'm working from memory, so I hope I get this right. But here on Chapel Hill Road, just right here past this next intersection, the AADT in 2023 was 17,300 cars, I think is the number. Okay, so just right here below Gulf Ridge Boulevard, where we're now at 2-lane road, 17,000. And this is an artery. I have a hard time saying that word. Artillery. It's not artillery. It's like an artery road. It's an artery road, so it's a big road. You know, it's made to move a lot of traffic. 17,300 cars at this point. Now we're coming down the hill. This is all 2-lane. Now, if you can imagine when you drive through here, what this would look like as a 4-lane road, and could it happen? That neighborhood whistle stop generates so many traffic moves every day. The neighborhood here, Brookmont, also generates so many traffic moves per day. So the point that I'm really trying to make here is that Chapel Hill is a very busy road. And I'm not saying anything obvious. I'm just trying to give you the factual context to think about what you already know. This is the Fowler Field Park, which is in need of raising its elevation. The walking path, it needs some work. But we're about to cross over a bridge here, and this bridge was widened. If you look to the left, there's that little wall. This bridge was widened to accommodate a 4-lane road. I've learned that here recently. So Chapel Hill was intended to be a 4-lane road, and it never happened. Now you can see we got some maintenance issues there with the pavement, but it never happened. All of this was supposed to be 4-laned, and I would say with a traffic count of 17,000, that would probably be justifiable to make it a 4-lane road. Now, you don't see as many businesses in this section. You do see some more residences, in this section, and as we get more closer towards Kroger, you'll see more businesses. But the traffic count you would think is going to reduce. It's going to get lower as you get away from the interstate. In fact, what actually happens, I got 2 more data points. One is just north of Kroger. We're approaching the location here shortly. About here, the traffic count is 19,500. So we've increased by about 2,000 cars on average per day at this location we're at right now. And I've got one more data point, and I just want you to think about all these businesses here: Subway, Papa John's, Kroger, the Kroger gas station. We're coming up here on the Waffle House and Dollar General, as well as what is going to be at O'Reilly's and a terrific Mexican restaurant. Forget the name of it. Fantastic Mexican restaurant back in there. Carne asada, my wife is making those things now. They're fantastic. But traffic generation, okay? So, once we get here in front of the school, or a little bit south of the school, our traffic count is going to be up in the 21,500. So we've really increased 4,000 by the time. But now this traffic generator, look at the traffic generator. Think of the businesses, think of the school. The school generates a lot of traffic. The school generates a tremendous amount of traffic. And it also, with the school zone, it slows the traffic. So Chapel Hill is a really, really major roadway carrying up to 21,000 cars a day, and it's a 2-lane road. It's a 2-lane road, okay? Why am I saying that? What drove my attention to this? Well, this is the Bomar Road community that we're producing this video for, and we want to point out that the traffic on Bomar Road and Chapel Hill, which is just behind us, just to the north of us, that traffic is backed up on the Bomar Road, and it's a real problem for the people on Bomar Road. It's a very significant problem for the people on Bomar Road. So they're proposing a Bomar Road, 4-lane Bomar Road expansion. And the traffic on Bomar Road is about 6,000 cars per day. And everything on Bomar Road is residential. I think there's one church on Bomar Road. But Chapel Hill Road has several neighborhoods, several businesses, churches, and schools. And it's a 2-lane road. So it's very difficult to justify going from a local road, which Bomar Road is, to an arterial road, which Chapel Hill Road is. It's very difficult to make that justification that the local road needs to be expanded into a 4-lane road. Chapel Hill is the artillery road. It needs to be expanded to a 4-lane road. We need to use our money to expand Chapel Hill Road to support all the traffic on Chapel Hill, to make Chapel Hill more fluid. And I'll do another video of this, getting in another school zone here. I'll do another video of this on Bomar Road and the Bomar Pope Road intersection, where there's proposed to make a substantial roundabout, a very substantial roundabout, and that we're gonna talk a little bit about that and what maybe some of the options on signalized intersection versus roundabout intersection, and then the capacity of the intersection. You know, the whole Bomar Road expansion program is substantial. It will fundamentally alter the character of Bomar Road and the Bomar Road community. And I'm not convinced that that's really what's best for our community. We have a nice community. What we need are sidewalks. We need maintenance. We need paving. We don't need patchwork. We need paving. We need sidewalks. We need to have, promote residential areas as residential areas. We need to have parks that are maintained, that don't get flooded. We need to have sidewalks supporting accessing those parks. We need more parks. When we start looking at the residential density that exists in some of the neighborhoods in the Bomar Road community, so here's another church. It's a traffic generator. Which is fine. It just generates a lot of traffic, and we don't have that on Bomar Road. But yeah, the density of the residential density on Bomar Road is substantial. We really probably need to try to think about getting some of that green space in a land trust. That would probably be a very smart thing to do. Maybe create a park, because if we continue with the density, if we fill in all the green space with density like what we have at Brookmont, substantial, very substantial. Rainwater runoff, traffic, it can be very problematic. So anyway, maybe we'll do some videos on that. I hope this has been helpful. We're coming to the end, the south end of Chapel Hill Road. Again, it's a 2-lane. This might be a good place for a big roundabout. This might be a good place. You saw the stop signs. People drive erratically down here, and they don't stop. Looks like some people like to play in the road right here, cutting donuts. But certainly there have been cars to run off the road here. And, that would be a great place for a roundabout. A place where you can, where you don't have to stop. And it just accommodates the flow of traffic. So that might be a good place for a roundabout. Okay, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Thanks for staying tuned. Please keep checking in, and I'm gonna have some more content for you, just so that the Bomar Road community, that it will be a prosperous community for decades to come. That we'll have a valuable and enjoyable community. That's the goal. We all pay a lot to have our homes and our community, and we just want that to be sustainable. A nice community that's sustainable. So thanks for checking in, and check back often. Thanks.